Delay is not denial. Delay is not denial. Because something is not coming on time doesn't mean that it will not come. Because you're not where your colleagues, your mates are, doesn't mean that you will not get there. And you may not even get there because that's probably not where you're supposed to go or where you're supposed to be. So I just wanted to charge people, my friends that might be going through a rough time. You're seeing people doing stuff, hitting the bars, and in as much as the economy is bad, people are still getting to do what they want to do, but you feel like you're stagnant and you're being delayed and you've been praying and it's like nothing is happening. Just keep pushing. So for someone like me, I was trying to get to do my master's for like 2 to 3 years and nothing was coming forth. And I know that God had told me that I was going to a particular country. I was Canada right from when I was young and stuff. So it felt like it wasn't happening. I kept praying, at some point I wanted to change. I saw that some of my mates had already gotten their masters and many were already working in, were actually quite comfortable. And I was just there, I wasn't moving forward and I wasn't backward. I felt like I was stagnant. And then it just felt like, God, what's going on? If this is what you told me, then why is it not happening? Why don't you want it to happen now? Why? But I had to learn to wait so that I appreciate it when it finally comes, And then it's funny because by the time you're delayed and you don't move according to the crowd and how people are going, when it's your time, things become, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but things just become easier for you. Like me coming here, and I was favored. Yes, I was favored because definitely I waited and it was at the right time that God brought it up, and I was favored big time, miraculously. Even to getting a job, it didn't take me, school had not even resumed before before I'm able to get a job, like applying and stuff. And so basically what I'm trying to say is, because you're being delayed and because you have to wait doesn't mean that it's not going to come. It's going to come, but it's going to come at God's own time, where you appreciate it more and where it's going to make more sense to your journey, more sense to you. It doesn't have to make sense to people around you. Like Apostle Joshua Selman said in one of his sermons, he said that because you're the only one doesn't mean that you're wrong. Because you're the only one that heard something or that has what God wants for you or stuff doesn't mean that you're wrong. Just walk in your pace, happily. Yes, it matters a lot, because your feelings might betray you. You would cry, you would feel bitter, you would even want to take. I remember when I was going to give up and like, okay, I'm done with this Canada stuff, let me just do UK. But thank God it didn't work. That also didn't work because maybe God wanted me to actually be here. There's a covenant with God you have, and then you just feel like, why is God not keeping his part, or why is this not happening? Let me just turn bad girl. I'm just going to use that example, the good girl, bad girl stuff. But at the end of the day, it's still your loss if you do that. So you just have to wait, because the reward at the end of the day is very, very rewarding. It's going to be the one that you would appreciate, that you waited for the rest of your life. So basically what I'm trying to say is, delay is not denial. And because you have to wait, and because what you want to achieve is taking longer than it should, doesn't mean that it's not going to come. Just be patient and keep pushing. It's going to come. God bless you and have a great day.